going to make the very cute mini bag keychain today. We are going to have 4 colors of beads for the mini bag keychain. First layer, we are going to have the white beads. Second layer, we have the blue beads. Third layer, we have the pink beads. And the last layer, we have the yellow beads. So, the first layer is the bottom. We are going to follow this list. So layer 1, the white beads, the bottom. So you will have a left string. You will have a left string and also a right string. Okay, so we will follow this instruction. So here is your left string and here is your right string. Then, so 1 bead, 1 white bead for the left string and 5 white beads for the right string. One, two, 3, 4, then 5. Okay. 1 bead for the left string and 5 beads for the right string. Then you are going to drop these 5 beads and hold on to the string. Then with your left bead, you are going to insert your string here. Okay, so then pull. Okay, so when you pull, you have to the left string and the right string, you have first to put them together so that at all times they are going to be aligned. I am using a thicker nylon so that it will be easier for me to string the beads. So this is how it looks for the first circle. We are going to make another 2 circles. So you go back to your left string and right string. Okay, then in this number 2, on the left string you have 3 beads and on the right string you have 2. So left string you have 3 beads, 1, 2, 3. Then on the right string you are going to have string 2 beads, so 3 and 2. Then you drop the right beads, the 2 beads on the right, just drop them, hold on to the right string, and then you are going to drop the 2 beads and hold on to the first bead. Then you insert the right string into the bead. Okay. Then pull. So now you have made 2 circles. Then going back to your string, you have the left string and the right string. Now we go to number 3. So left string, you will have 1 string 1 bead, and the right string, you string 4 beads. All these are white because this is the bottom of the mini bag. So again, 1 bead for the left string and 4 beads in the right string. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so let's look at the list. Layer 1, number 3, left string 1 bead, right string 4 beads. Okay, now we drop the beads and then hold on to the string, then insert it into the bead at the left string. So insert it here. Okay, then hold on to your string and pull. Okay, so guys, you now have the bottom of your mini bag. Okay, so this is the bottom part of the mini bag, and we are through with layer 1. Now we move on to layer 2. We move on to layer 2. This is the second layer. Okay, in our list, the second layer are the blue beads. So here is what you're going to string on the left string and the number of beads on the right string. Okay, so all these will be blue. So number 1, on the left string we have 1 bead, 1 blue bead, and the right string we have 3 beads. Okay, so be reminded that you are going to have two beads, no? You have 1, 2, and 3. So 2 silver beads, 2 white beads, and then 1 bead in the middle. So since I have only 1 bead here, we need to insert the string here to have 2 beads. Okay, so you insert your your string here. There. You insert your string there and pull. So guys, this is how it looks. Okay, this is how it looks. So always be mindful that you have 2 beads and then here is one in the middle. So now you have this form. So 1, 2, 3 with 2 beads above and then 1 bead in the middle. So okay, we will start with the second layer which are the blue beads. So layer 2, left string you have 1 bead and then right string you have 3 beads. So left string 1 bead, right string 3 beads. Okay, so be mindful that every time you start a new layer, you are going to string 1 bead and then 1 bead on the left and 3 beads on the right. So every time you start a new layer, you have 1 bead on the left, 1 bead on the right. So when you go to layer 3, which are the pink beads, you start with 1 bead in the left, 3 beads on the right. And on layer 4, which are the yellow beads, you're going to start again with 1 yellow bead in the left string and with 3 yellow beads on the right. So always start with 1 and 3 beads when you start a new layer. And all the rest, you have 1 bead and 2 beads. Okay? So we start with layer 2. You have 1 on the left and 3 on the right. Drop the 3 beads on the right and insert the string on the left bead and pull. Then pull the string. So guys, this is how the second layer is done with the first loop. Okay. Now we are going to the second loop here. So again, with 2 beads and 2 beads above and 1 bead below. So the same format as on the first loop. 1 2 3, 1 2 3. Okay, so now we go to layer 2, loop number 2. You have 1 on the left string and then 2 on the right string. Okay, you get your left string and insert it here. Okay, so insert it here. And 2. Okay, so as you can see, okay, I have inserted the beads on the two white beads, and then pull so that we can make the second loop. Okay, so this one, and in the middle of the two white beads, there is one in the center. So you have 1 and then 2 for the second loop. So now we go to loop number 3. Loop number 3 is 1 bead on the left and 1 bead on the right. So So 1 bead on the left. This time it will only be 2 beads for the second loop. 1 and then on the right 2. Then drop the 2 beads, hold on to the string and insert it on the bead on the left. Okay, and then pull. So now you are making the second loop. Okay, making the second loop. So first loop 1 2 3, second loop 1 2 3. This time on the third loop we will only have 1 bead and then 1 loop, 1 bead and then 1 loop, and then 1 bead and then 1 loop. Also on the opposite side 1 2 3. So when we reach here, so 1 loop with 1 bead, another loop with 1 bead, another loop with 1 bead. So at both ends you will only have one bead under your loop. So unlike the first and the second loop, you have two beads, but on the ends here you will only have one bead and then one loop, one bead, one loop, one bead, one loop. Then here 1 2, so one loop, 1 2, one loop. So the same as above. Here you have 1 2 and then one loop, 1 2, one loop, and with the other end one bead, one loop, one bead, one loop, one bead, one loop. Okay, then we join them here. So I am showing this bottom part and explaining it because this will form the lower part of your bag, of the mini bag. So let's move on. So here you have, okay, so you hold on to your left string, hold to your left string and insert it. Okay, so only one. Okay, insert it on only one white bead. Okay, then so number 3 on our list, third loop, you have 1 and then 1 on the left, 2 on the right. So we follow this until here. Okay, so 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 until the last loop. This is the second layer, by the way. So one, then two, so again you drop the right beads and insert onto the center of your left bead. Hold on to the 2 strings and then pull. So now I will continue with this loop. So you insert on only one white bead. Okay, then hold on to your string. So we are now on the 4th layer, on the 4th loop. So I placed here loops 1 2 3 4. We are now on the 4th loop. As you can see, we have 1 2 3. We are now on the 4th loop. So for the 4th loop, you string on the left 1 bead, on the right string 2 beads. So you will string these beads 1 and 2 until you go to the 9th loop, and on the 10th loop you're going to string only one on the left and one on the right. So one bead, on the left, then 2 beads on the right, okay, then drop the right beads, hold on to your right string and insert it on the middle of the left bead, and then hold together your string and pull. Okay, you have this now. You now have your 4th loop. So as I was saying, at the end of your 3 circles, the last 3 beads, 1, 2, 3, you will only have 1 white bead, 1 loop, 1 white bead, 1 loop, and then white bead, 1 bead, another loop. So let's insert this. You insert on only one white bead, then pull your string up on the left, you string 1 bead, on the right you string 2 beads, and then on the right you string another 1 bead. Then you drop the right beads, hold on to your right string and insert into the middle. Insert onto the middle. Okay, and then pull. Okay, you now have your 3rd. You now have your 5th loop. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what you're going to do next is the opposite of this one is here. So this one is 1, 2. So you will also have 2 beads here. Whether here, 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? Because your string is here. So, we insert the left bead at the left string. Insert the left string on 2 white beads. So this is 1, okay, so 2, insert on 2 white beads, and then you pull, and then you go up and string still one bead on the left, still one bead on the left, and 2 beads on the right. Then drop the 2 beads, 2 right beads, and insert the right string into the middle. And then pull, okay, so your you have your 2 beads here and 1 loop. So on the opposite side, 2 beads, then 1 loop. So we have another one here, 2 beads, 1 loop. So we will also have 2 beads and 1 loop on the upper part. So get your left string, and insert it on 2 white beads on the left. Okay. Okay. So you have inserted on the 2 white beads. Now we are ending the blue layer or the first layer. So we have already made 9 loops. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the 10th loop we are going to make here. So on our guide, we are now on the 10th loop. So 1 bead on the left and 1 bead on the right. This is where we are going to end the first layer. Okay, so let's insert the left string. Let's insert the left string to the last white bead that we have here. And then pull. So, but after we have inserted the left string on this bead, we will insert it also on the upper blue bead. Okay, let's insert it on the upper blue bead. So now it looks like this. So it looks like this. We have 1, 2, 3. So on the left, string, we insert one blue bead, then only one blue bead also on the right string. Okay, drop the right bead, hold on to your right string, then insert on your left bead. Hold them together and pull. So now we have this. Okay, now we are ready to begin with the pink layer, with layer number 2, the pink layer number 3. 1, 2, then the pink layer will be the third layer. But before that, we are going to insert the left string onto on this bead. Okay, so always on this form, 2 beads above, 2 beads above, and then 1 in the center. 2 beads above, 1 in the center. So this is our bottom, guys. We will now move on to the third layer, which is the pink layer. On the pink layer, on the third layer, it will always be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So for 10 loops. Okay, so let's move on. So you begin here. So here is our third layer. So still the same. There are also 10 loops, and with the first loop, left string 1 bead, right string 3 beads, and on the 10th loop, we have 1 left string and 1 also on the right string. So let's begin with the pink. Okay. One string on the right, or one bead on the right. This is always my Waterloo difficulty in stringing small beads. So on the right we have 3. Where is the hole? Okay, 1, 1, 2, then 3. Okay, so here we are, level 3, pink beads, left string 1. In making the loops, first loop, left string 1 bead, right string 3 beads. Drop the right beads, hold on to your right string and insert it on your left bead. Okay, hold on to the 2 strings and pull. There you go. Now you have your first loop. Insert your left string onto the next 2 blue beads. So always the base is 2 for layer number 3. Okay, there you go. Always 2 beads. Pull it. Then you have this. Okay, then go up. Then 1 bead on the left, 2 beads on the right. Okay, so we are now, this is loop number 1, this is loop number 2. So we are in loop number 2. 1 bead on the left, 2 beads on the right. This is up to the 9th loop. 1 bead on the left, 2 beads on the right. So drop your right beads, hold on to your right string, insert your right string, and hold together the string, the 2 strings, and then pull. Bring down your bead. So now we have the second loop. Okay, so these loops will go around. Now we are almost done with the second layer. We are already on the 9th. We are already on the 9th loop. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we are already on the 9th loop of the second layer of the pink layer. So here it is. So we are now on the 9th loop, finished with the 9th loop. Now we go to the 10th loop. So every 10th loop we only have one bead on the left and one bead on the right. Okay, hold on to your left string, then insert your left string, insert your left string here, insert your left string here. Okay, so 1, 2, insert it on the 2 blue beads.